Alright, we're going to do a little morning feeding. He's in the mood. I think he's getting big enough to where when I dump in a handful of snails, he's actually able to eat most of them and not leave me with a bunch of extra ones, or leave himself with a bunch of extra ones to eat later. So I've got some mystery snails here. I'm not going to feed these yellow ones to him because they're yellows and I don't get a lot of yellows. Those get to go live in the big tank. But I get hordes and hordes of brown ones, way more than I'm able to sell. So I'm going to give him some of these brown ones and make sure none are like purple. This shouldn't be, that shouldn't be purple. Well, that's questionable in color, so I'm going to put some of these away. And then we'll spare a few brown ones. So I've got a few more browns left. He's already had probably 5 or 6. Good, bud. They're good. Yes, I really like to and enjoy speaking to my animals. I figure over a period of time they'll get to know the voice. Another snail. I can hear the cracking too. It's light, it's not very loud. You guys probably wouldn't be able to hear it unless I got a mic and put it right up to it. Like right up to the edge of the tank. And when he's shaking like that, he's literally just trying to remove that meat and just pull it out. He doesn't want the shell. He's just after the meat. So if he can suck the meat out, he will. I've seen and heard people say that their pea puffers will literally just eat the meat of the, like the inner meat of a bloodworm and leave this outer, like little sausage tube left. And that's absolutely true. Puffers are fairly good at sucking and blowing with their mouth. They're able to suck the meat out of snails sometimes. I don't think the Fahakas and Mabus are as good as, say, smaller puffers, especially a pea puffer. I think most of what they do is like that because their beaks aren't as hard, so it benefits them more. You're not getting full, are you? You gotta finish that one. There you go, finish that one too. Don't just murder him. He's doing good. You gotta finish those before I throw in any more. He's doing good. He's about to go into his 125 here in the next month or so. I need to get some other fish in there to kind of act as, you know, kind of tank mates. So I'd rather have other fish in first so that when he sees them as the owners of the tank and that he's kind of a guest in theory. It can really help out if you have an aggressive fish to add them to a tank with other fish in it already. Come on, bud. You need to finish those. There's meat in there. There you go. Yeah. He's getting a belly. He's starting to get big. So this is a 40 breeder. He's probably 5 inches long now. I kind of forget when I got him. I want to say maybe I got him in June or November. So he could definitely be bigger. June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 5. I've had him for 5 months and he's 5 inches long. I mean, he should be bigger than that. They grow an inch every month for the first entire year of their life. So like an Oscar will be 9 inches at the end of 9 months, the first 9 to 10 months of its life. A Fahaka should be a foot long after the first year of its life. Now that's, you know, taking into account whether or not they had internal parasites that were really bad, and generally they all have internal parasites when you buy them from a store, so they're not able to grow as fast as they should. But you should have a fish that should be bigger than an Oscar in theory. After the first year of its life, it should be above 10 inches if you've been doing your job correctly as an aquarist and deworming them properly and feeding them properly. So I've hit this guy with all kinds of meds. We can go ahead and I'll show you that. Yeah, so this is actually perfect. This is when I got him. This is his med chart. I just write it on Sharpie so I don't forget it. But 5/11 is when I got him. So that's actually May. I've had him for 6 months. I hit him a general cure on the 11th, and then on the 20th, maybe the 30th, I hit him with levamisole. Why do I have 3/8? No, that's a 5. That is a 5. It's a really badly drawn 5. Yeah, so 5/30 levamisole, and then 5/31. Oh, that's so poor, and it's rubbing off now. Dang, that's Sharpie, but it's coming off. Then 5/31 levamisole. That's 20 then, most likely. 6/13 praziquantel. 8/18 metronidazole. And I'm probably gonna come in here and I'm likely gonna treat him a little bit more. I'm probably gonna do levamisole one more time before I get him in the big tank, and then I'm probably gonna do a Paragard as well. And the Paragard's it's all precautionary, just in case he has something that Paragard will kill. From Aquarium Co-op Corey, he had a prior experience with his first Mabu puffer that died of these ulcerations that they were caused by a viral disease. And Paragard, in theory, should take care of that. So in case he has anything like that, having that Paragard treatment early on before it can progress, doing a full Paragard treatment could perhaps save this puffer. So that's something Corey did, and that's a step I will probably take. The levamisole is just probably a good step to take, considering he's been eating a lot of live foods. That's all he eats. Occasionally he eats these ghost shrimp. Those are breeding in there. He rarely gets them. I think he just can't see them too well, and they're just kind of low on his whether he wants to eat them or not tray diet. But he gets marbled crayfish fairly often because I have those breeding for me. A lot of ramshorn snails. That's his main course, and then the mystery snails occasionally if one gets injured so badly because I step on it or it jumps out of a tank and I step on it. I try not to let it go to waste, and I'll toss it into him. So he's had some fairly large mystery snails. No clams yet. He really won't eat freeze-dried krill anymore. One time he ate a Hikari sinking carnivore pellet, which was pretty amazing. I thought I would have a fish that I could feed pellets, once a week or something, because it's nutritionally balanced. Those pellets have a lot of vitamins and minerals that he could definitely use. So, what's up, buddy? Or are you being friendly today? You just being friendly today? Do you want a worm? I'm gonna give him a worm. We're gonna finish this short little video off right with a worm. And what we have here are red wrigglers, and that is a tomato. Red wrigglers do really, really well with tomatoes and like avocados, soft stuff. They really seem to like soft stuff. So that's just like the top of a tomato there. And I'm gonna pull out. I'm trying to find a fairly large one here for him. And ooh, you want that? Kind of rinse it off. And what was that? What was that? Was that a worm? Was that a worm right there? I don't know if he's gonna eat it. He might be full, or he might want something else. If he doesn't, it'll go to a killifish or a gudgeon. I don't know. Don't think he's particularly interested in the worm. Oh, and I have petted him before. He feels really, really soft and squishy. I try not to. He really doesn't like it, but out of curiosity, I've pet him. I really doubt he would bite me, but I wouldn't put it against him. I wouldn't say like, oh, he'd never bite me, but no, I just don't think he would, because I think he'd be. I think he'd think, well, it's probably a lot better if I just back away and run from this big hand thing versus trying to bite it. Biting would be like a last resort. You want the worm? Ooh. I don't think he's interested in the worm. He's looking for somewhere to kind of rest and sleep now. No, yeah, he didn't want the worm. So, angelfish, you want a worm? You guys want a worm? Right there. Right there. Alright, the angelfish can't find a worm. Yeah, so we're going to end this video here. He's made his way back around here, and he probably moved because he didn't like me here, and he wants to sleep in his little divot there. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope it was partially entertaining. I know it's not a very good video, but hopefully it's something to get you by until my next one. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next video.